EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Caribbean Isle of Puerto Rico and its historic capital city of San Juan. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Wizards of Tokyo taking on the Blues of San Juan. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down and 6.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up third and 6.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they say it's incomplete.
Probably what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and short of the sticks.
Second and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Pressure comes and down he goes. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. They need 12 here. It's third down. Here's Wilson. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's third and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to take this one out to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he goes out right around the 39.
39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. But you look at this defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Ready up.
Now Wilson on 1st down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or a man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he's brought down, working his 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throwing again here, Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Now Wilson. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hardman on the return. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Completes it to Hardman. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a good call there that brings up 4th. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on a 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission? Here's a diving catch right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Well, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 6-yard line.
2nd and long. Flush to his right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter.
A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bottoms away right there. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Just 1 field goal and a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Wizards.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
Well, Wilson going to change things up here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 1st down, Wilson. A little short pass. This is Everett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. He'll take this to the 46.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Counter play with Jacobs. He's to the 15. And touchdown! Josh Jacobs with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Blues are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Tackle on that play by Quentin Williams.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Adams the man in motion right. Second down, Jacobs once more. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's 3rd and 7.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On play action, they'll throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
A 37-yard attempt.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes in.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. Well, he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
2nd and 16 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson back into his end zone. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he is out of bounds up past the 10. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball,
the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here.
A loss of 5 brings up second and 15 at the 24-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Need something from deep in the bag. A chin down, went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Under. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to... this late in the game.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they'll audible to something else. They'll look to throw here. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hardman to return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's 1st and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Two timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. And one more time, here's Cook. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here's 1st down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Certainly not the highest of scoring games, Charles. Their offense did some okay things. Not a lot of points on the board, but enough for the win with how their defense was playing in this one.
Yeah, they certainly brought their A game, didn't they? They weren't fooled by anything that was presented to them from start to finish. That defense, they might as well have told their offense, guys, just kick a field goal. We've got it today.